no shame. You want to go where everybody knows your pain.
Welcome into another edition of the Dad Bod Fantasy Squad. I am Rob, and I'm here with a congested Mario. How are we doing this morning, Mr. Mario?
Dude, so I started swimming again, and I'm 2 for 2 of having awful
Excuse me?
sinuses after. Yeah.
You started swimming
Yes.
again?
Yes.
Did you swim in high school?
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
And
that is correct.
it's like all right here, dude. All.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
Chlorine's gotcha.
Gotta figure it out.
That's interesting. Yeah. I don't swim because every time I swim, I get water in my ears and I lose my shit. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Rio with baby Phelps. Well, Phelps is like 6'8". So
I wasn't tall enough. I know. I do feel naturally that swimming was my sport, but am I built for it? I don't know.
I don't think you are. It's funny. We had at my school, I was friends with one was a diver, one was a swimmer. I was pretty good friends with both of them. One went on to swim they both went to West Virginia to dive and swim. They were both really good. And then the diver is the head coach of Harvard right now, diving team.
That's pretty cool.
It's just a random, I guess
random.
My high school had some really good swimmers for some reason. But let's not talk about high school anymore. Let's get into this. Sunday starts at questions. We'll start with the news. Bailey Zappi is starting. Mac Jones is done, it looks like, in New England. You think they're going to release him, or what do you think?
Well, I don't think they release him. I think they hold on to him, but I think his backup arc starts now. He probably... I don't know if he gets traded or eventually released or not re-signed. I don't know if he gets released. I just don't think he'll get re-signed, although I don't think that's a next year decision. I think that's a year from now.
It could be like what I'm starting to notice.
4 years.
Yeah, so what I'm starting to notice in like the NFL and stuff with these trades that happen with players that haven't performed, all that sort of stuff. It might be like swapping a 6th and 7th and you get Mac Jones for a team that might plug him in and play. Like, I don't even know, maybe Atlanta, if they don't get a quarterback, something like that would make sense. Like, just give him a 5th or a 6th or something, try to get him in there. So that might happen this offseason, but it seems like he's done in New England.
Yeah.
If Bill Belichick's the head coach here next year, I think he's not going to be on the team. Aaron Rodgers is back at practice. Crazy.
I think this happens actually before your prediction, but I think you're pretty spot on. I think they're going to want to see what they have in Cunningham just for fun.
Yeah.
What do they have to lose? Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well, right? They know what they have in Zappi. Like, they've seen enough of Zappi and Mac Jones, right?
Yeah.
It's not working with the system that they run, so might as well try out, Cunningham. And then let's get into some of the players that are playing today. Noah Brown, Breece Hall, Devon Achane, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Chris Godwin, Marquise Brown, Trey McBride, Tank Dell, Chris Olave, all expected to play, which is great news because those were all the players that were questionable coming in. I didn't see any big news on people sitting out yet. I've been trying to keep an eye on Twitter while we're doing this, but nothing too crazy, which is good. We got all our players locked and loaded. Chris Olave is interesting because we all thought he was going to sit out with that concussion. But it's good news.
Yeah.
Does this hurt your A.T. Perry calls? Are you still starting A.T. Perry and Juwan Johnson?
I think so.
Juwan, I think
near as fun. I don't think
Juwan's a good play. Still.
Yeah. I think A.T. Perry to some extent is.
He could be. Is Rashid Shaheed out?
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed is out.
So players out. From what I'm seeing, Travis Etienne is expected to play. Aaron Jones, Jerick McKinnon, Michael Wilson, and Dalton Schultz is out.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz was one. I also thought Noah Brown would have ended up out, honestly, because he was a do not participate Friday after limited or something on Wednesday.
He was
and Thursday.
limited all week. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's a little bit surprising. I don't know if I would trust him in any builds. I don't even know if he's been fantasy relevant enough without when
was on
Tank Dell when Tank Dell and Nico are actually
that's the thing, right? Like that's what I wanted to see. And then he got hurt. Like I wanted to see when Tank Dell and Nico were there, how they were going to utilize Noah Brown still. But I don't know. I don't think we'll ever really get to see what they were going to do with it.
I wanted to go back to the New Orleans. It hurts somebody, and A.T. Perry is the obvious choice, right? The rookie, obviously. I just think I don't know, dude. I think he might have a solid day. I have him left in my DFS lineup. Let's just say that.
Okay.
There are 2 receivers that I have under 3,800 that I am feeling a little risky with, that I'm hoping for the best.
Okay.
You know the other one?
No, who's that?
It's kind of based off this list. Well, I guess not, because it's Greg Dortch.
Okay. Yeah, you've been talking about Dortch. Mario, I will be... Oh, here he is. Okay, my dog is causing a ruckus, but he's finally coming to sit down. So we're all good.
Come on.
Mario, let's get into some of these starts. Oh, we got a question coming in. Okay, Ace of Spades. Thoughts on starting Olave today coming off the concussion, or would you go Deontay or London, safer floor wide receiver 2 PPR? I'm still going Olave.
I think I'm still going Olave too, but I'm
looking I mean, it's not so concussion for me.
The easiest to come off
is that, and if you're coming back after a week, it wasn't a serious concussion. Like it was probably nothing really. They just had to call it a concussion because of the rules and stuff like that. So I don't think it was a big deal. If it was like a knee or a foot, something like that, then I'd be worried. But him coming off of this, like I still think he's locked and loaded, like probably top 15 wide receiver this week, I would say.
Well, let's talk the other 2 real quick too. I mean, Deontay, I don't know what to expect with Deontay at this point, right? He could go out and ball and be like, look, I'm fighting
Especially
for this team.
Arizona.
Yeah, I'm fighting for this team. Or he could be like he's benched the whole first half because Tomlin is pissed, which I could honestly see Tomlin doing some of that. Drake London goes against Sauce Gardner. Like he has a tough matchup. So Olave by almost default here too.
I'm with you. I think again, Olave concussions, I'm not too worried about it since he's back after not even missing a week. So I don't think it was a big deal. But I'm with you, Mario. I think Deontay is a question mark, and London has been a question mark all season long. So
London's been better than his wide receiver currently is. It's funny because he has a 0-point game and he has a missed week, but I need to look. I should have looked I will look what his points per game are right now, because
I'll tell you in a sec.
You would have to account for the 0.
Taking those out. You want to take those
out? 0 in the first. Yeah. Whatever. I know it's a part of the thing, but I just am curious. So week 2, essentially through now, and he also missed a week. So I'm sure whatever points per games that you have will tell that. This question, and I'll keep answering this while you're pulling that.
Okay.
Chandler asks, Bucks, Rams, or Chiefs defense? Oh, so this is a little bit loaded because I think it's the Bucks defense, obviously, right? They're going against Bryce Young. Yeah. We got Kansas City against Green Bay. So are they going to feast on Jordan Love? And then the Rams against the Browns. Oh, by default, we are Chandler. I don't remember seeing your name. We're 2 guys from Cleveland doing this. So we're big Browns fans, but I still think the Rams is risky right now. The Browns have found ways to score points. Mm-hmm. I think it's
especially with Flacco. Defense. Like Flacco is a wild card.
Yeah.
With you just don't know what, like you kind of knew what you were getting with DTR. Like it was going to be run heavy. They're going to try to keep the game low, the score low. But with Flacco, man, you just don't know what to expect.
I'm going to push another question here, Rob. What do you guys think? Ahead. Breece Hall or Achane?
Wow. That's a tough one.
It is really tough. Achane going against Washington. Look, I get it. He got 2 touches last time. He kind of triggered his knee, then sat out the week after. I have to think that he's damn near 100% now. Why risk it this close to playoffs if he was ailing this knee still? I think he gets enough touches against a Washington terrible defense that makes it worth it. Where Breece Hall kind of got a tough matchup, man. Kansas City.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Oh no, not Kansas City.
No, it's not
Atlanta.
Kansas City.
I'm sorry, Atlanta. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's tough. They have a good rush defense. They got a good secondary. I think it's Achane.
It kind of, for me, if I'm doing this, it depends on what I need out of this game. Like if I'm looking, I think Breece Hall's a safer play. I think he'll get you some points. You know what I mean? Like he'll get you probably 10 points. I don't think he's going to explode for anything crazy. But if you're projected to lose by 10 points or so, I would throw Achane in there. If I'm projected to win by 10 points, I'm going to play Breece Hall. If it's 50-50, probably going Achane. That's how I would probably play that. So it all depends on like the matchup based off of your other opponent. Just because it is a wide variety. Like again, Breece is probably safest. Achane can come out and put a 0 up like he did 2 weeks ago. It could happen again. Like it's a risky play, but I think he's the play with the highest upside. So that's kind of how I would go about that. Standard scoring, I need 2. McBride, Njoku, Hunt. Ooh. Wow. Standard.
I think it's McBride and Njoku for me. I want to say
Standard
Hunt,
makes it interesting. Standard makes it interesting because Hunt is the goal line back. But I would say if it was PPR, I'm with you 100%.
No, because I think PPR makes it more interesting, right? The only reason I would really hammer in Hunt here is because I'm expecting Joe Flacco to target the RBs quite a bit. But I think McBride and Njoku both have solid days in standard scoring.
I honestly think all 3 have decent days. I really do.
I think you're a little optimistic on Hunt.
I just think he gets the goal line work he hasn't been great as of late, but again, they're playing with a rushing quarterback, DTR.
I mean, he hasn't scored over 10 points since week 8. That's a
but what are you expecting out of? Are you expecting over 10 points?
That's in
from
PPR.
McBride and Njoku?
That's it. I'm looking at
but Hunt doesn't get receiving yards anyway. He doesn't get receptions anyways.
All right, that's fair. There's only
you know what I mean. That's why it doesn't matter for that.
Well, he did in week 11, but I would expect
I'm with you,
a bigger day.
I'm with you, McBride and Njoku. I'm with you. I agree. I just think it's close for me. Should I trade James Cook and Myers for Breece?
If this is Dynasty, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it is though.
If it's
even though it's weird that this is a late trade deadline.
It's really late.
I guess can you throw in what other receivers you got for us so we know?
Here's Breece's final schedule: Atlanta, Houston, Miami, Washington, Cleveland, and then New England week 18. But I doubt week 18 matters. Although if trade deadlines this late, you never know what week 18.
Cleveland 17.
Yeah, Miami is a tougher rush defense. A lot of teams can't end up running the ball because they're down. And then Washington's a cake matchup. So it's kind of mixed bag here with the playoff schedule, but I don't know. It's not an easy schedule. Atlanta, Houston shows as a good matchup, but I'm telling you, their rush defense is playing much better. Miami, Washington, there's one good matchup in there. So I don't know if I would do it for redraft.
I don't either because Cook's been playing well, right? He's had last 3 games, he's averaging over 15 points a game. His carries are up. He's had 17 and 16 the last 2 weeks. Against tough matchups too, right? That was the Jets and Philly, and he still put up 19 and 16. It seems like they're trying to get him more involved and take less pressure off of Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Right? Ever since the offensive coordinator changed, stuff like that, it seems like they're trying to get Cook more involved. So I think I would probably keep Cook and keep rolling with it.
Keep cooking.
Keep cooking.
You got
Kansas. You got Dallas, which sucks, but Kansas City, I think he'll be okay. And then you got the Chargers in New England. to finish the season out. So I think I lean Cook, to be honest,
Cooking
which
with
is
Cook.
crazy for me to say, with how high I was on Brees Hall coming into the season.
Well, certain situations, right?
Yeah, 100%.
If that was
Good.
Dynasty, I take it pretty fast. I think
For sure.
I'm still.
I would too, 1,000%. Good morning. Should I start Dell or Rice? Standard. Worried about Snow for Rice and the injury for Dell. Also, should I start Herbert or Murray? Worried about Keenan injury for Herbert. Ooh, this is a good question. Very good question. I think I go Dell still. I know the injury's scary. You love yourself some Dell though.
I'm laughing because I just hate this because Dell is like the hottest wide receiver, and the obvious answer is Dell here. It is. But I am very panicked about this week. Again, I say the whole game scares me. I think it's going to be low scoring. I did not know there was snow in Kansas City. I don't believe. Are they there? They're at Green Bay, so there must be snow in Green Bay. Man, the smart choice is Dell. If you want to be no, I think the smart choice is Dell. We go.
The smart choice is Dell. You're in a dome.
And I don't. And again, I'm not worried about that Keenan injury. By the way,
I'm not either.
It was supposedly like a contusion. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me with Dell, with a calf injury, I really don't think they'd put him out there if he wasn't going to be. I mean, I know there's a possibility of re-injury. But they are, and I know they're going for a playoff spot, but I think that they would not rush him back just because they want him for the back half of the season.
Yeah.
Like if he re-injures it and he's out a month, their season might be over. So I don't think they would rush him back if he wasn't fully healthy.
Do you go Herbert or Kyler?
It's close. Very close. You got in Pittsburgh, which the weather hasn't been it's not too bad. Then we got Herbert, LA. New England. In New England, I think they're both going to have. I mean, I really do think they're both going to have good days. So if you're worried about Herbert, play Murray because you got that rushing floor. He was my play of the week this week.
Yeah,
Murray. I still think I roll with Herbert though.
You want to wrap?
I'd probably roll with Herbert. Yeah.
Need to pick 2 for wide receiver 2 and flex full PPR. Singletary, Cortland Sutton, Cooper Kupp.
Singletary, Sutton.
Wild. Oh
yeah.
Is Denzel Warden?
I believe so, but let me double check for you.
I'm pulling it.
Does it change for you?
If he isn't in, I think it changes a bit. Yeah, he's in. Oh, he's out.
Interesting. Is Miles in?
I go Singletary and Cooper Kupp.
Cortland's been playing good, man. Cortland for me, I think Cortland's a safer play than Cooper Kupp.
That's crazy.
At this point, he really. That's how I'm going Singletary Kupp or Singletary Sutton.
Singletary Kupp for me. Hill, Sun God, Hollywood, or Jacoby. Well,
are we ranking these?
I think this is
that would be
what you asked earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then no. Again, because we like Cook for the rest of the season over Brees. So I would still say keep your squad if you can get a better running back. You can try to do a different package, but I like it.
Joe Mixon, Garrett Wilson, Mostert, Cortland Sutton, Rashad White, Devontae Smith. Wow. Start 3. Yeah. I love Rashad.
What a good problem to have.
It kind of is. I like Mostert quite a bit this week.
So do I. I like both of them a lot.
Okay.
I think
our third is Devonta.
Yeah.
That's an interesting agreement.
I completely agree with you on all that. Because
Mostert, Rashad White, Devontae. Yeah. Wilson is the bottom for me.
Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom for me. Wilson is the bottom And I think it goes. Yeah, I'm with you. If I had to rank them, I would go White, Mostert, Devonta, Sutton, Wilson, Mixon. That's how I would do that.
I like those top three.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm with
how
you.
I'd rank them yet.
Mostert or Warren.
Oh man,
Mostert for me. I love Warren this week.
cake
I
matchup.
really
It's
do.
such a cake matchup for both of them.
It is, but Mostert's going to get 90% of the work.
90?
He's been getting 90.
Well, yeah, but
80%. Yeah, but Achane is 10 touches. Against Washington's defense, like
you can
I
assume that
understand-
Mostert's going to get more than Warren. I agree with
yes, I agree. Yeah, and Mostert's proven it, man. It's tough to deny what he's been doing this year,
that.
right?
Full year of being healthy, man. Knock on wood. I hope I
Yeah.
didn't jinx my guy. What up, Albert?
What up, Albert?
Pick 2 for Superflex. Albert asks, Herbert,
Oh,
how
wow.
Purdy?
Herbert.
Purdy goes against Philly. I gotta go. I go
Herbert
Purdy,
Purdy.
and Herbert here. Yep.
Herbert Purdy. As much as I hate saying that,
Purdy,
'cause
Purdy, Herbert.
I still think Howell's gonna have a good day, but yeah,
Reed or Dortch? Oh, this is a relatively
we
tough
got
one.
snow in Green Bay.
I think Dortch is a sneaky play. I think he's a sneaky play. I'm going Dortch. Ugh,
Wow,
I hate it.
I'm still going Reed. Still going Reed.
DeAndre Hopkins or Achane? I go Achane.
Again, this is the same combo that we had earlier. Is if you're projected to win by 10 points, I'm playing Hopkins. If you're projected to lose by 10, I'm going Achane. Hopkins had a really good game last time he played. They got Indy, right? Yeah, they got Indy. I think he had 22 points against that game earlier in the season in that game. So he plays well against Indy. He's the right type of player for how Indy plays defense. So I think he's going to have a good day. But I think Achane has that upside where it's tough to deny. Like if you're projected to lose by 10 points, I'm playing Achane.
I'm going Achane. Ayuk or Ridley? For me, it's Ayuk because I just expect this to be a really fun game.
Yeah, I'm going
Ridley
Ayuk.
sees Cincy tomorrow night. Yeah, I go Ayuk.
I'm going Ayuk.
Noah Brown, McBride, Puka, Christian Watson. Pick one. So I'm going to rule out Christian Watson because I don't like his matchup in Kansas
I
City.
think I rule out Noah Brown.
I agree. So it's Nakua or McBride. It's got to be Nakua for me.
Yeah.
I love,
Especially with
love Trey
Denzel.
McBride here.
Denzel out in LA. Weather's going to be good. Yeah, I'm going Puka.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about our defense today. I feel like it's one of those days where we just look like straight dog poo-poo.
Hopefully not.
Need 2 flex and super flex. Mixon, Brian Robinson, Dylan, Bryce Young. Ooh, Bryce Young, the sneaky start. AJ Dillon a little banged up, right? Did he get cleared for this week? He did. Okay, he's going to get the bulk of carries, but do we want that? Joe Mixon goes against Jacksonville, Washington against Miami. Look, Brian Robinson's been Mr. Consistent. It hasn't been amazing. It's been consistent.
Yeah, I still think you got to play Brian Robinson over Mixon and Dillon.
Do you
Right.
go Brian? Do you go Bryce Young?
This is crazy. We're talking about maybe AJ Dillon over a quarterback. Tampa Bay's defense has been suspect secondary wise. Yeah, I'm going Robinson Young.
That's where I would go. It might be a Bryce Young day. I'm going Robinson Young also.
Yeah, I'm going Robinson Young. This is a good question. Stroud or Lawrence?
I go T-Law.
I'm going T-Law. Yeah, we're both expecting it to be a tougher day for CJ Stroud, even though we might be surprised he comes out and just balls out, which is possible. But Denver's defense has been playing great. And Cincy says not. So I think matchup wise, I think you're rolling with Lawrence.
Oh no, my playoff hopes will be on us. Great.
Well,
Is that it, Robbie?
I think that's it. That's all the questions we had. Any last minute questions? Anyone out there, throw them in real fast before we get out of here. That's it.
I'm ready for some football.
Mario, you want to do Baby Bowl while we're on? And then
Yes.
if any last minute questions come in, we could do it.
Let's do it. We got to submit
right.
that line up. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. Have we played Derrick Henry yet?
Hold on. Let's start with the quarterback position.
Have we played Derrick Henry yet?
It looks like we have.
God bless it. It's a Derrick Henry week.
It
right,
looks
go
like
ahead.
we have.
Well, we both love Rashad White. You could plug him in.
Yes, we can.
All right. Do we have Tua available?
We got Mahomes, T-Law,
Mm,
Sam Howell,
mm.
Russ.
Not Russ this week. Wow. Our options at QB are freaking limited, dude.
Yeah, but there's only what?
I guess you got to go T-Law
A
here.
couple weeks left.
Yeah.
T-Law or Patty?
Got to go T-Law over Patty, I think. You can get a better matchup for Patty.
I
Pretty
think I'm with
sure.
you. Yeah, I think I'm with you. Especially if it's supposed to be snowing. So we got Rashad and we got Mostert, Jahmyr Gibbs, Alvin Kamara, Achane, Zach Moss.
I don't want to do Achane when his first week back.
Jalen Warren.
You like Warren. You like Warren a lot this week.
I
Why don't you
think-
do him?
Yeah, I think we can save a couple of these running backs
While
for the rest of the
we're
season.
talking through this, Breece Hall or Jamar Chase in flex PPR? What an interesting question. I think I go
Jeez.
Jamar Chase.
I still go Chase.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
We went Warren, so I'm not going to ask and say that George Pickens is going to go for 27 points, which he is. So be ready to see that. Man, we are limited at wide receiver too.
So
I
let's
think
throw
Tutu's
Pickens.
a sneaky play. You probably hate it, but honestly,
I
you know
do.
what our cornerback 3 situation is like. Well, it would be in this case 4, right? He's going to get the 3rd cornerback in this situation, correct?
I like Curtis.
You do like Curtis. Oh, this is gonna be an ugly week. It's gonna be an
Yeah.
ugly week.
I think everyone's down though.
We're gonna need to hit.
Everyone's down
The
bad
Joker!
right now. Okay. All right.
There it is.
That's the
And we got
lineup.
one last question before we close it out, Robbie.
Okay.
Fryermuth or Laporta PPR?
Wow.
The Muth is playing Arizona.
I think that's a really good matchup.
Laporta is playing New Orleans, which has been kind of sus to the tight end this year, actually. Medium. They've been medium.
Medium.
I go Laporta.
I still go Laporta. I do think Fryermuth has a good day though. So it's I don't blame you if you play Fryermuth. I really don't.
Yeah. I hear it. Robbie, closing us out.
Pat or Logan Thomas? Last question. Pat.
Pat for me too.
All right. Let's get out of here. Let's go watch some football. Thank you for joining us today. We will be back Tuesday. I'm sorry. I keep getting these mixed up. We will be back Tuesday at 9 Eastern. We'll have some stuff going on for you then. If you have any last minute start sit questions, please just send it to our Twitter at dadbodfs and we will get it to you. For that, I am Rob. That's Mario. We love you.
Peace. Thank you for watching our episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
If you aren't already following us on Twitter, check us out at dadbodfs.
We'll be posting all of our best clips and videos to all of our social media: TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. You can find us on there at Dadbod Fantasy Squad.
Lastly, if you'd rather just listen, we make sure we post our audio of each episode on all the major streaming platforms. Stick with us all season long so together we can count our trophies and not our calories.